So yesterday when I asked my husband to go to the basement and get some steaks, he got 4 packs of ribeyes, thinking 1 ribeye steak for each person. But this is actually 2 packs. So there's 2 in each pack. So he technically laid out 8 steaks. So we had the first set last night, and since the other set was already thawed out, we're having it tonight. And he specifically requested steak salad. And since we are out of salad mix right now, he actually went to the store and is going to pick some up because that was what he wanted. So since he is his own person, and while he does support the Pantry Challenge, he can make his own decisions. So I am honoring that, and we are having steak salad tonight. So, and then I am getting a chicken thawed out. It's been out for a few hours. This one is 5.5 pounds. And so this is what I showed you on the Pantry Challenge recap last week. There was one at Aldi that was an organic chicken for 5.56 pounds for 16 something. And so my price would be 22, which we usually cap ours at 20. Once they go over that 20, we just don't really charge anything else. But so yeah, so this is equivalent to that organic chicken that we saw at Aldi, but this is one of our homegrown chickens that we process. So that has been thawing out. It's still a little frozen, so I'm going to let it thaw until probably 10 o'clock tonight, and then put it in the crock pot to cook on low overnight so that I can make chicken soup tomorrow. My sweet friend Beth is coming to watch my kids because my husband and I have to work tomorrow night and for my other business, and so she is coming to watch the kids. So I want to make sure there is a nice big pot of chicken soup that will feed her and the kids plus us when we get home. So that is what we're doing on this Sunday. So we are starting the Pantry Challenge out pretty strong this week, and I've got lots of plans for the week. I think I've finally gotten through the hump of the classes starting, so I am organizing my time much better this week, even though we are working tomorrow night. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm feeling pretty good about starting this week out. All right, we are going to get some tea started. And while that is going, we are going to get a cobbler started. Oh, there's some water in my pan. And we are going to use some peaches that I have canned. And these are actually whole peaches. So we are going to start with 2 sticks of butter. And let it melt in the oven as it preheats. Now while the tea is going and the butter is melting, we are going to get this chicken picked clean of meat. And I need another bowl. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain the rest of this broth. Now, I actually made a bit of a mess. Okay, and now that we have got our crock pot cleaned out of all the little black gunk and stuff, we are going to strain this back through with hopefully out making a mess. And see, I want to get all that out of my broth. So that will give us a clearer broth. I'm going to add some butter, and we're going to let that cook. Okay, normally I would use self-rising flour for this part, but I am running low in my jar and I need to get into my bulk storage to get some more. But I still have out the all-purpose flour that I purchased to make Christmas cookies with, so we're going to use that. So to our butter, we're going to add 2 cups sugar. This is a 1/3 scoop, so we need 6, which looks like a lot, but it's not as much as it appears. And we are going to start stirring that up. You can do this in a mixer, but what I like about this cobbler recipe is it's like a 1-pan dish and so easy. And so you don't have to dirty up a ton of things to do it. Now we are going to do our flour, and we need 2 cups of flour. This is a 1/2 cup scoop. And then we are going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And I have one that is open somewhere, but for some reason I cannot find it. So now that I've opened this one, it'll like be right in front of my face. Because, you know, we all know how that works. All right, and then 2 cups of milk. And stir. Now I like cinnamon with my peaches, so I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. And just a splash of vanilla. And now I'm going to open my peaches. This top one does not look fantastic, so I'm actually going to toss that one. And I canned these halved, so I am just going to slice them up really quick. There she goes. I'm going to save this, and I may make a little powdered sugar glaze on top. Just going to move those around, spread them out. All right, and I'm going to pop this in the oven. I have my tea done. My butter is in the crock pot. So I do need to let me do the vegetables really quick, I think. All right, so we're going to pop this in the oven. Hey everybody, so I am actually filming this as part of the Pantry Challenge series, so I may or may not use this beginning clip, but today is Monday of the 4th week, I believe, and I am going to kind of go through this really quickly because I showed it last year, and I will link that video, but we are making a homemade chicken soup today. I also made a peach cobbler today, which I believe I have made that before as well. And I made some tea. And this morning I made some muffins for the kids' breakfast. I have been in a mood today. But part of this was filmed before I showered. And now I'm going to film the rest of it after I showered because I have to go to work soon. So I have a dear friend of mine. You've met her in a previous video with the chicken de or caldo de pollo recipe that we did at her place, and she is going to come and babysit for me today. My kids are not quite old enough to stay by themselves for extended periods of time, and my husband and I have to work an event tonight, so she's going to come hang out with them because my mom has COVID again. And so I wanted to make sure that she had a really yummy, easy dinner for her and the kids, and something we can eat when we get home, and a lovely dessert. So we're going to finish that up really quick for this Monday of the Pantry Challenge. So let's get back to it. So we got a little bit of butter. It's a partial stick, almost half a stick, and I'm going to throw that in a saute pan and get it melting. Then we're going to get an onion chopped up. everybody. We have got our chicken soup done. We've got our peach cobbler done. And we have our peach simple syrup done. And I've just got it sitting on the stove beside the peach cobbler. So when they serve it up tonight, they can pour it over. And I've got some tea done. So I think we're good. What time is it? 2:46. I have to leave to get the kids in 15 minutes. And when I get back, I will have to immediately leave to go to work. So we got done just in time. I wanted to make some fresh bread today, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. There's plenty of food to eat. I will make that for a meal later this week. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow with whatever we cook then. See you in a bit. Okay, so leftover chicken we turned into a quick chicken salad. I got a meowing kitty cat at my feet. You want some? Okay. And then just served it up on an everything toasted bagel, and I put a little provolone cheese. So pair that with an apple or some grapes that we have out of our storage, or the grapes I got for my daughter for lunches. And there is some lunches for a couple days for us, not to mention leftover soup. Okay, so on this night I used some of the leftover chicken, and I was actually, I believe at dance, so I had Steven make some rice in the microwave, and when I got home I just added some cheese and a can of cream of chicken soup to the rice with a little bit of butter, and added some steamed frozen broccoli from one of the Steam Fresh packs and chicken, and mixed it all together with some seasonings, and that was dinner. And then the next day, I got all the ingredients put together for a quick vegetable soup. And so it was quick and easy. We love vegetable soup. My son does not like it, but so I don't cook it very often. But this was a soup week because we've just had so much rain, and it hasn't been that cold, but it's just the rain. And so I whipped this together in like 10 minutes, and it's just some sauteed onion that I cooked up with the meat. And then I had a can of sliced potatoes, a can of chili beans, a can of black beans, a can of fire roasted tomatoes, just some like canned foods that I've been keeping in the pantry as backups for some of my home canned goods. And then I had some frozen vegetables, mixed vegetables, and then topped it off with some low sodium V8 juice and some pepper. Me canning up the broth. I made a second chicken this week, and so I went ahead and canned up the broth for that, and I got 3.5 quarts, and this is my small crock pot. So it's always good to try, work in those little projects. And then on this Saturday night, because I was canning and I had the pressure canner going, I decided to make something really quick and easy because I was tired. And so I used the last, I believe, of the chicken from that whole chicken, and some cheese. And I just made some quick chicken quesadillas. And then we have fruit and vegetables that people can snack on. So there's like carrots and cucumbers and stuff always in the refrigerator. I usually have grapes and oranges, and I know that may not always be available. But for now, since we can get it at the store, we do buy it to keep fresh foods on hand for the kids. So that was our week. We ate a ton of leftovers and had a lot of simple, easy meals, but it was great. So we really enjoyed this week. Anyway, so we will continue into February, and we will see you for next week, week 5.